Hello once again, audience. When we left off, I was building up a happy playpen for bunnies.
Finally,
and
a
sheep
game
alike.
system for
Don't
me!
you poof around
Digital,
with your
stereo,
Was this just uploaded?
high-tech controls.
Yeah.
Most
Dude,
powerful
thumbs up, 360 viewers.
Just
So I recently stumbled upon this video of a group of friends attending the midnight release for Halo 3, and it's quickly become one of my favorite videos on the internet. There's just something so real about it, so authentic to the time it came out. And I think it was this video in particular that led me down the rabbit hole of rediscovering my past with YouTube. Everything you see here is something that represents my childhood on the internet, which is why it's kind of crazy to me that I didn't find today's topic off nostalgia, but rather pure coincidence.
You do me a favor, Mike? Remember this face.
This is Valentine's Day Special, a video that me and my friends spent 30 agonizing minutes looking for based solely off 10-year-old memories. Now, there's actually another video called Psycho Girlfriend that's very similar in nature, and when you know, they were both animated by one Talon C, aka Arcade Fox. These are actually two of Talon's most popular videos, but if you look just underneath them, you'll find Left 4 Dead, Life as a Zombie, which in my opinion is the beginning of a masterpiece from a forgotten time. A lost culture known as
Charlie bit me.
See, revisiting content from this period felt like being a kid in a candy store, or more specific to our terms, being a kid in a GameStop around 2010. There's a variety of reasons why I think people should check this series out if they're at all interested in internet culture. And at the very least, it serves as an incredible time capsule of this somewhat niche part of the internet. And nothing proves that more than its plentiful use of
5 million tons of fried rice. Cash or charge? It's, hold on. Look, we're just gonna gobble him up when it gets here, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, okay, it's cash then.
Life as a Zombie is great in that it doesn't just use its references for comedic purposes, but to also move the plot forward within the series. I mean, you have major moments being played out as direct references to Firefly, Star Trek, World of Warcraft, and if it's not referencing a movie, TV show, or video game, then it's probably being narrated by its wonderful... Okay, so this part might be a bit biased, but some of these picks are being pulled directly from my middle school iTunes playlist. I mean, you've got bands like Foo Fighters, Panic at the Disco, the Goo Goo Dolls, Chumbawamba, and Plain White T's with repeat offenders from The Killers, My Chemical Romance, and especially Rhapsody. It really feels like each of these songs were picked out from a special place to fit within their respective scenes. And personally, I appreciate that greatly. In fact, greatly enough to make a full-on Spotify playlist out of it. Now, I'm sure we can all agree that this is one of the best soundtracks ever assembled, but what might be a bit more divisive is... Okay, so you do not need to pull my arm for me to admit that the series can look a bit rough at times. In fact, that might be more like 90% of the time. But what I ask you to do is watch as Talon evolves as an animator from the first entry in the series to some of his later videos. I mean, once you start seeing things like the final fight scene, you have to admit that there is some genuine talent behind the animation, even if it doesn't look like it was handled by a professional team. And you know, that's something that the series is really missing, professionalism. But honestly, I think it's way more appealing the way it's currently presented. One of the things that really stuck out with me since first watching these videos is how authentic they all felt. I mean, you can tell that Talon was very passionate about everything he put out on his channel, and seeing how his creative process flourished within the series, I'd be willing to bet that it inspired a ton of others to start creating on their own. Creating more videos, creating more music, and maybe just creating more memories on the internet.
Watch Talon's videos. Leave nice comments.